Yo, what's up? So, today is New Year's Eve. And once again, I find myself here alone with no one to spend time with, nowhere to go, no one to talk to. My parents are currently out for dinner, so I'm stuck here at home. But you know what, man? Whatever. I'm not going to let it weigh me down, dwell on it, because, it's just not going to do me any favors. It's always been this way. And one thing I need to remind myself of is I'm the only constant in my life. I am all I have. And I don't need other people to have a good time. I don't know why I convince myself that I need that. I mean, sure, it's great to have good friends or a spouse, a girlfriend, and being in a loving relationship, of course. Friends you can depend on, or you can just, you know, shoot the shit with and have fun. But I don't have that. And I've never had that. I've always been alone and isolated, and much of that was deliberate. Early on, throughout my adolescence, my teen years, throughout middle school and high school, I deliberately isolated myself. And once I graduated high school, that became solidified. Like I completely sunk into isolation. And by the time I realized I wanted something more, that I actually wanted real connections, I was already at the point where it would be increasingly difficult to turn my circumstances around. And that was when I was, I want to say 21. And, I've had a really rough go throughout these last 5 years. Putting myself out there in smaller ways and, just being around people more in environments that were not related to my job. Yeah, it's been rough. A lot of things I had to learn about myself, what not to do. But it really just comes down to three things: be kind, be cool, be normal. And that's easier said than done. But, that's a mantra, a motto I live by, and it works. But yeah, I'm never really around people. And I guess one resolution that I have for this coming year, 2026, is just to get myself out there more and, talk to people. And I don't know where that's going to be or how I'm going to go about doing it, but I need to just take small steps towards it and really focus on filling the well, as I like to call it. And what I mean by that is investing in myself as a person, becoming a more interesting person to myself. Because if you don't like yourself, who's going to like you, right? Again, you're the only constant in your life. So I've thought about what I want to do, and there's a lot. There's a lot of hobbies that I want to pick up, new skills. I want to read more. I want to learn how to draw better. I want to get back into making music, learn a new language. I mean, there's so much. I want to find a better job, and I am going to the gym for 5 days a week, which is good. I mean, that's a solid foundation, and I want to try my very best to stick to it. But you know, there's a lot more that I need to be doing, and I'm still young. I can still turn things around. I still have time. But I have wasted a lot of time already. And I can't afford to continue sitting around and do nothing. You know? Somewhere deep inside of me, I need to find that zest for living. And it can be just anything that motivates me to get out of bed, that I look forward to doing. And the people will come eventually. Maybe not in the next month, maybe not even this year. I don't know. Maybe I'll be in the same exact place right here next year. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm hoping to make more progress in my life. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. I tried wishing someone a happy New Year's, you know, one of my neighbors, and they just gave me a weird look. So that's what I get for extending a modicum of kindness. I don't know, maybe they just didn't hear me. But anyway. I know nobody watches these videos, but if you're watching this and you reached the end of this video, thank you. And I hope you have a safe and happy New Year's.